Good morning, and thank you for starting your day with K-Bear 92.3 Wild Country. As you can see, if you are watching Facebook Live or our YouTube channel right now, we've got some guests in studio with the Nebraska corn growers. Of course, we've got Ethan Zorb, Guy Mills, and Don Cantrell. Thank you so much, guys. Don, you'll need to get a little bit close to that microphone before we get you on here. But appreciate you guys stopping by to talk about what's happening on Monday. Who wants to kick things off with talking about the Custer County Corn Growers Tour?
I can go ahead and start.
Okay.
The plot tour will be Monday night. We'll meet at the field at 5:30 or 5. Meet at the field at 5. We've got 8 different companies out there. Some of them fairly established in the area, some of them a little bit newer, but we've got Pioneer, Channel, Hogemeyer, Beck's, Agrigold, Brevant, Western Select, AgVenture, slash AgVenture, and DeKalb in there. So we've got a really good lineup, anywhere from 109 to 116 day. They just asked the companies to put a lot of what they thought would be good to have out in the county in this area, and we also invited the guys from Sherman and the counties around us to come too, just to it's valid for everybody.
Were there any, to give us a little bit of a preview, any interesting or exciting findings in these corn plots yet, or do you know?
I think I'm probably going to go through it this weekend with my wife, and she's going to help me do some counts. But I was going to make sure I had some good stand counts because we did have a couple wind events and weather events come through over the summer, so you know hopefully be able to see how everything fared through that. Uh, but yeah, just it should be a really good plot, really competitive. I know it was looking really good early, and then some cloudy weather, as with everybody's corn in the area, just kind of general tip back, and it's not going to be as good as it looks from the road in a lot of places, and some diseases that have came in, but should still be a really good, really competitive plot.
Again, 5 o'clock Monday
Yes.
night, and it'll be easy to find, I think, east of Mason City.
Yep. Yeah. Just
Yep.
right around 2 miles east of Mason City, right at the old Willoughby farm. There is the plot. And then we'll move from there to my parents' farm, Dale and Linda Zorb's farm, just into Sherman County for the meal. It'll be in the barn. Uh, Anybody that's been up for the boutique will know where the barn is. And then we have uh, something new that I'll let Guy talk about the green eye technology here in a second, but we did add uh, a new thing for the meal. Allison Vera, the art teacher from Litchfield, also very good artist, is going to be doing a live painting during our meal. And as membership is very big for our organization, if you are a member, we'll give you one ticket to win a print of the artwork that she's making. And if you sign up to be a new 3-year member, we'll give you 2 tickets for a chance to win a print of that art that she'll do during the meal.
That sounds great. We'll get Guy Mills in here too to talk a little bit about the Nebraska Corn Growers Association and this event and your membership. I imagine folks will have the chance to become a member if they aren't already.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a little bit more about the plot ad. One thing we're having green eye technology. And in this environment, farmers are always trying to do more with less. And what this technology will show those farmers is how, in some cases, you can reduce your herbicide use by 90%, which is a very significant number on a second pass. Has a just amazing technology. It has little cameras on it. It can spot a weed the size of a match head and spray. And then in addition to that, we're actually helping to get funding through the Corn Board on a project that would show the increase in yield on a plant that does not get herbicide. And every inbred line is maybe susceptible to different types of chemicals, like status is something you shouldn't use late. And we're going to actually try to document that. So not only will it reduce your costs, it'll actually increase your yield. So that's we're very excited about. Membership is always important, Adam, and that's one of the things that we strive. And you say, well, why is that important? And just this last few weeks, our Nebraska Corn has met with the Secretary of Agriculture, and we have met with the Secretary of the EPA. And the EPA, of course, is through the water quality, like the WOTUS, but even with on the ethanol side, what it means for the RVOs and all the small refinery exemptions and what that means. So it's very important on the state level. Like you say, well, why is a membership important? Well, in the legislature, there's budget shortfalls, and one of the things they wanted to do was should we have a tax on inputs like fertilizer, seed, and everything else that you buy from barbed wire? And the answer was a resounding no. And the reason that was because it was a grassroots efforts that we put specifically in our policy books that we do not want tax on inputs. And that went to the legislature and was a very big contributing factor in keeping that coming into law, which saving everybody money. So those are the kinds of things that we do and why membership is important. And we know this is a tough time for some of those corn farmers in agriculture. Now, the cow-calf man is finally getting their inning, and oh my gosh, and that's great. I'm so happy for him. Cattle are at all-time record highs, but the corn market, if you look at the ratio of what the fertilizer is to the price, it is the highest ratio ever recorded. So we definitely got that message communicated to the Secretary of Agriculture. So those are some of the things that we're doing on the local level that actually transcends into the federal policy. So we do need membership.
Very good. Don, let's get you in on this conversation as well. If you want to double down on anything that we've been discussing a little bit.
Question I get is that railroad crossing up at the Country Partners elevator down Selma. All the concrete work's done. Everything's there. The pads to go in the tracks are there. We're just waiting on the railroad. We don't have a date yet, and hopefully it's before harvest. But last they told us like a month or more ago was 2 or 3 weeks. So hopefully we'll get it open before harvest.
Well, that is a project that's been a long time coming.
Yep,
long time working on it.
Have a
and
safer project. And then it'll be another year till it'll be sometime next summer when they put the cross arms in. They won't get it put in this harvest.
One other thing I should add about safety, and not maybe too many people are aware, there was a new law that went into effect yesterday, and it will impact all people. Like we're for speeders, it's square off the chart. Some of them could be like a $400 fine. But more importantly is now the vehicles are required by law to pull over, like for combine or any ag equipment. And we know we as farmers, we don't want to make anybody mad. Sometimes these combines are big. They're going down the road with grain carts that are huge and semis. And we might have 20 cars behind us, and we don't want to make anybody mad. And we want everyone to be safe. But the law is that you have to pull over and yield for ag equipment. And we want to make sure that all your listeners are aware of this change in the law.
Well, we appreciate the update with the Nebraska Corn Growers Association and, of course, the Custer County Corn Growers Tour, which is, again, coming up Monday at 5 o'clock. And we'll continue to have information for you on the radio. And we hope that area producers will definitely take the opportunity to get involved with the association and enjoy some of the scheduled activities here on Monday night. So thank you so much, Ethan, Guy, Don. Appreciate it.
Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you so much.